You know, it's funny because I was I listening to Pajama Pants, Rob Eiler, and Jamie Lynn, and anyway, they're all podcasts, and they were going through people's profiles, like singles profiles.
Yeah.
And it was alarming at how many people had drinks in their hands and their pictures, or were like, I love drinking, brunch, Sunday brunch, I get hammered. And you're like, don't put that in your profile as a hobby. Drinking shouldn't be a hobby.
This is how much of a, remember how you said I was 40 when I was 22?
Yeah.
This is how much of an old man I was. When I was 21, I lived in DC. I was working in DC for a short while, you know? Mm-hmm. And my cousin set me up with a girl from Piura, which is a part of
Puerto Rico?
Peru.
Oh.
So I get on the phone with her.
Yeah.
And she's, you know, we're just like, oh, how are you? You know, I've never met her, anything. And she goes, yeah, like, you want to go out, like, just get some drink? You want to go drinking? You want to get some drink? And she kept saying it. And I was like, nah.
Too many.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so. I think I think we have different interests. I was 21 years old.
Yeah, and you sense that because it was like go drinking versus getting a drink.
And, what I sensed was like you're just like a hey, like let's get some more drinks, and I was just already repulsed. I was like, oh, we're not gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna like you, just so you know. I basically told her I know I won't like you, so let's just not meet. You know.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because
he told me she was very attractive, and that wasn't even enough
to be like
to get over what a fucking dipshit I thought she was.
The booze.
The phone. Yeah. We talked twice on the phone. And the second time I was like, you're fucking dumber than I thought you were, you know?
Wow, I can't believe I made the cut.
Yeah. She was like, let's go out drinking. You want to get some drinks? Because I know a place we can get drinks. You know? Fucking loser.
That's what she sounds like now. That's probably what she sounds like.
Well, yeah, that was 20 some years ago. So
yeah. If she's drinking, there's a distinction between
drink. You know, a place we get drink. We go to areas drink, and they've got good bars. We can get some drinks there. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Relax.
Yeah.
It was like, remember when we lived by the beach in California? We lived in Redondo.
Oh my God. Beach towns are booze bag central.
They did.
Hermosa, Redondo, and Manhattan, right? That's the South Bay.
Yeah.
And they're actually spread out, right? Like, I mean, meaning they're all next to each other, but there's the beach part, and then you go inland. But if you are near the beach, it's just drunks. Drunks like the water and the sand. And
they love beach.
You just always see somebody in flip-flops, board shorts, and a hoodie who's like,
all time.
Hey, and you're like, how's it going?
I love it. And we even had neighbors. I you know when you have a thought that you think about once a week. I think about this thought. We had a neighbor, two ladies who lived. Our house was in between them. Okay.
Yeah.
One lady would go over to the other lady's house around 10 a.m. and then start drinking, and they would drink together all day. Now, one of those ladies was in really good shape.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, how are you this fit? Because I know you like to party with so-and-so. And she's like, well, that's why I run 5 miles a day. I mean, why do you think I run? So I can drink an entire bottle of wine.
So I can drink all the time.
I was like, and I always think about that cool logic.
I think the funny thing,
I'm in shape so that I can destroy my body, dummy.
Can get fucked up. I've had contempt for drunks my whole life, you know, and I don't know what the origin of it is, but you know, even in college, I didn't like, you know, of course I've been drunk. I don't want to make it sound like
you're a good drunk. By the way, you're the most fun.
I'm a good drunk.
You are a party.
But I never liked people that like, I feel like drunks, you know, they ruin everything. Like they just ruin. And oddly enough, I got into a line of work where you just deal with drunks.
Isn't that
so
funny?
My contempt for them has grown. My disdain for drunks has grown over the last 20 years because I work in a field that just deals with drunk. Even like, I have not been an audience member in a long time, you know, for a comedy show. We went to see Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And we sat there and these fucking drunks, right? Rude. I was like, oh yeah, this is like when I'm on stage and I'm like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
And they're just, and then security came by, the police came by to escort them out, to throw them out. And of course it takes you out of the show. You're like, the fuck are you doing? and you see other people going like, "Can you shut up?" And what is the one common denominator? Just alcohol, just too much alcohol,
Too much,
and they're just a mess, right? And there's just and I think if you work in a field like in ours, there's just a thing you're just gonna have towards those people, like towards drunks, you know.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely just been a thing where
and can you imagine too, like Chris Rock? You're gonna go see Chris Rock, and you bought your tickets months ago, and and a lot of people came so dressed up. I'll never forget how good that audience.
yeah,
looked.
everybody was dressed up.
Beautiful women looked great. Everyone wore their outfits, and then to have your entire night ruined.
You know what they were doing too? It was the worst.
Not cool.
It wasn't heckling. Drunks just end up having conversations.
Oh yeah.
So they're just
Chatting.
Yeah, they're just sitting there going like, "No, Jessica No, she didn't. She was a yellow one. She got a yellow one." And you're just sitting there like, "The fuck are you?"
Yeah.
And then the people would turn around. I remember because the girl there was like, "Can you please stop talking?"
Yeah.
Sorry. No. Because no, she said she was going to go there lit. And they just go right back to it.
Go right back to it. And then they get irate when you try to shush
Yeah, like,
them.
why are you fucking...
God, I'm just trying to shut it. You shut up. And you're like, oh boy, here we go.
Thank you for watching that highlight here from YMH Studios. That was a highlight or a clip, whichever word you prefer. You watched it, and there are so many more little bite-sized episode things. They're just click them. Maybe it's someone screaming or bleeding. Maybe it's just laughing at someone, making fun of them.